Sagittarius, hello, welcome back. Today we're doing the first reading for Aries season. This will be March 21st until March 27th, 2021. We'll take a look into your recent past, the energy around you presently, and what's coming up for you. This will be for sun, moon, and rising signs in Sagittarius, should you cross-watch. And as always, this is a general reading and it may not resonate for all of you. That is okay. Take the things that are for you and leave everything else behind to get into your higher vibes. Thank you so much to those of you who have liked, shared, or subscribed to my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. If you have not done so yet, please do smash that little red subscribe button so that you can be here with me every week too. If today's reading resonates, leave me a thumbs up and any comments or questions you have down below. I do love to hear from all of you. Okay, an interesting spread here, Sagittarius. Overall energy for you is the Queen of Pentacles, nurturing, stable, caretaker of the home. Nice energy. However, I do think that there is something going on at home for you right now. Feels like a power struggle in your home life or with whoever you're living with. In the recent past, we have the Devil, the Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. It is almost as if there is somebody in your home who needs to be in control of everything, and that causes tension, it causes frustration, it makes the home feel a little bit toxic in ways because it's almost like everyone has to tiptoe around this person. And that I think is becoming really present here. In the present energies, we have the Two of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Emperor. So this for me feels like, I think you are taking on this Emperor energy. It is an Aries card, but what I'm really taking from it is your energy here, Sagittarius, trying to decide if it is worth it to bring this up with this other person. Is it just going to put us in a position where everybody needs to have their defenses up all the time? Is it going to make things worse? But I think we've just kind of reached a tipping point in this relationship, in this home dynamic, where we want resolve. We want things to feel good. We don't want to feel like one person is in charge of this. Now, this could be a family structure thing. If you have roommates, this could be a roommate structure sort of situation. There's just somebody whose energy has been quite overbearing, and I think you're sort of reaching a point with it, Sagittarius, where you are ready to confront what is going on. But you want to do it diplomatically. I think you really are conscious of how it might affect other people, so you're trying to decide how to go about it. In the future energies, though, we have the Four of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So things coming back together here a little bit. I think there's going to be just like a little bit of tense energy going on here between you and this other person, because it's two very strong-willed people sort of, coming up against one another here. And I think that this person, when you do confront them, is going to feel a little bit wounded by it, and they're probably just going to, give you the cold shoulder for a little bit here. However, it's going to open up space for their energy to not be a distraction in the home anymore, and everyone is going to be able to just feel a little bit more relaxed and focus on sort of like the good energy, the abundant energy, the things are taken care of, I feel comfortable and confident in my home space sort of vibes. We'll do some clarifying. Whoa, Two of Cups came flying out here. What else we got? And the Lovers. And the Four of Voices. Interesting. So really what we're trying to get back to is reconnection with our partners. So I guess, maybe not a roommate situation unless you also live with your long-term partner. It's almost to me like somebody is just like very, very, yeah, maybe their partner doesn't even live here. It's almost an energy of like, I'm very distracted by my relationship. It's taking all of my energy because it feels so good. It feels so great that maybe I haven't been paying attention to what's been going on at home, or what's been going on with the rest of the people that I live with, what's been going on with other tensions that are happening, because I have been so fixated on this love that I have in my life and how good and calm and centered that is making me feel. I mean, the two emotions and the lovers coming up together here. Hello, soulmate energy in a big bad way. So let's look in the recent past at this Devil card. Temperance, the 8 of Inspiration, and the 9 of Inspiration. Yeah, it's like somebody's just been being very hot-headed, and like their word is the gospel, and they don't have time or energy or patience for what anybody else has to say. And I think you are reaching the end of being willing to deal with that. Truly, I mean, that's exactly what I just said earlier, but I think you are going to be the one to step in and try and wrangle some sense. Let's look at this King of Swords as well here in the recent past. Strength card, the Empress, and the Page of Emotions. Ooh, they may be dealing with some jealousy. So maybe they are somebody who, you know, already is a bit rigid in their thinking and a bit needing to be in control of everything. But now seeing that you are involved in such like a relationship that's really like surfacing a lot of beauty and nice things for you and really great energy, it's surfacing for them some hurt and pain around a want for that same thing. And their response to this, their defense mechanism for this, is needing to try to control more, control you more, control everything in the environment more. So maybe this is like, you know, somebody you live with that is a friend or something. That just like doesn't like that they see that you're moving on, see that you're moving into bigger things, see that you have this love in your life that they may not have, and their response is to become more rigid, and that's becoming really frustrating here. We'll look in the present energy at this Emperor card. Seven of Emotions, Ace of Materials, and the Muse of Materials. Yeah, you want to restore some balance here. You want everybody to feel like they can say their piece, and then now we need to come up with a strategy for what's going to make everything feel more stable here in the future. And I think that you'll probably be consulting with your partner on this, because you now we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles coming up here. This is the really nice stable bond that is around you, that is inspiring you to be able to maybe not deal with things in a hot-headed sort of way or coming at it in any kind of aggressive sort of way. You want everybody to feel like their feelings are seen and heard. And I think that's the challenge here, is like you haven't been really sure how to go about opening the conversation so that this person knows that they don't need to be defensive. You're coming from this place of love. We'll look in the future energies. I want to see this Four of Cups. Ace of Inspiration, Two of Voices coming up again, and the Page of Materials coming up here as well. Yeah, I think this person's going to be stubborn a little bit. They're going to be feeling left out. They're going to feel like you're moving on with your life in a big, beautiful way, then they're not involved in that. And so why should they care? And I think they're just going to be a little bit shitty. Okay, so prepare yourself for that. Just because you approach from this place of love doesn't mean that everybody will respond lovingly and kind, okay? I think they recognize that they're being, you know, a bit hot-headed. They're coming at things a bit too aggressively, but they're not really sure how to go about finding the resolve, because they also don't want to, you know, compromise. They want to be seen as someone who is firm in their values, and they're not entirely sure how to make steps forward that feel like making amends, because I think jealousy really is at the root of what is going on here. They they don't like that it looks like things for you are really coming together right now. And for them, they don't feel like that's happening. And they're like, I've got all this love in me. I want somebody who loves me. Why is it so easy for Sagittarius? Now this could be flip-flopped, okay, but I do think that this is their energy, and you have, you know, this better stuff going on here. But energies can always be reversed. We'll look at this Queen of Swords here too, the King and Queen of Swords both coming up here. Seven of Voices, Ace of Voices, and the Queen of Inspiration. Yeah, I think you're just, there's going to be some wading through some bullshit. This person is going to overall understand that a change needs to happen, and I think they are on their own terms going to come forward with an idea on how we can make things better for everybody, okay? But I think from a point of pride, it's going to take them a minute. So the first conversation you have about this, they may be completely a wall. They may not respond. They may not be kind. They may not seem receptive, but they are being receptive. They're just processing it in the background. It's going to take them a little bit of time and energy to come forward in a genuine way with you, okay? We'll take one last message from Spirit here. Page of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you and this other person just don't process and deal with things in the same way. And I think that's going to be really challenging here. So both of you are going to have to work towards letting go of some things in order to be able to come back together in a big way. I think this person's going to be challenging to deal with initially, but come back together. Now, I know I initially said this feels very home rooted, but the energy overall now that is coming up for me, I don't think necessarily is home in the physical building. This more is somebody that is close to you in your life, part of a close circle of people in your life, who is just seeing what the changes are that you are going through and are having a really hard time with that. So they're taking that out on everybody else. So this may or may not be somebody that you physically live with, but definitely somebody who is very influential and close to the circles that you are involved in. I do hope this is helpful, Sagittarius. If it was, please do subscribe, and we'll see you next week.